So hello Achievers, today we are in a new city called Chicago. I am with an awesome guest called Debra Halperin Poneman. She is the best-selling of a book called Chicken Soup for the Soul, and I will ask her a lot of questions about that. And she is the CEO of Yes to Success, and I'm very glad to be with her today. So hello Debra.
Hello, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to Chicago, the greatest city in the world. I guess besides Paris.
Yes, with Paris. So how are you?
I am really, really good. I'm just happy to be with you.
Cool, me too. So I let you to introduce yourself. Maybe you will do better than me.
Well, actually, I started this company, Yes to Success, several decades ago, actually many decades ago. And what happened was, for about 10 years of my adult life, I meditated for hours and hours and hours and weeks, sometimes months at a time, for 8 to 10 hours a day in silence, complete silence. Can you imagine that? Didn't talk.
Before to create the company.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for a whole decade, I completely devoted my life to developing that inner silence, that inner peace. And after about 10 years, I realized that I had to live in the world and I needed to make a little money. So I went out, right? That it's nice to think that you could live on silence alone, but sometimes you can't. So I needed to make some money, and I got a job with some financial company. But when I went to work for that financial company, I went to a seminar, and it was about how to create material prosperity. And I was so blown away, because what they were saying, and this was truthfully in the 80s, what the gentleman who was teaching the seminar was saying is that the way to create true prosperity was not just by investing wisely, but changing your thoughts, changing your energy. And that was
to be rich in every domain.
Yes. And what was so great was that the 10 years that I spent meditating and in silence, I felt like I had a foundation to build a building of material success. And yet I didn't want to go out and pound the pavement and, be successful by beating other people, or if I win, they would have to lose.
And who was the speaker?
His name was Chris Saropoulos, but no one has heard from him since. I think maybe he was an angel who just came down so that I could hear that seminar. And what happened was, the next day I quit my job at the financial company.
Cool. And you said yes to success.
I said yes to success, exactly. But for about 4 months, I just studied the great masters like Napoleon Hill,
cool,
and Wallace Wattles, and the science of mind people like Ernest Holmes. And I realized there is this whole body of knowledge of how to create success by using energetic principles. And I launched my seminar.